Hello everyone, you're welcome to the very first review of this channel. Today we'll be talking about the Hori Fighting Commander Octa Pro, the successor to the Hori Fighting Commander Octa. If you're new to this channel, like, share and subscribe. It'll really help and I'll really appreciate it. So let's go head first into the review. So taking a look at the box, it comes in two layers, one cover and then the actual box that holds the device. So I'll just take it out. And here you can see that it's well packaged. So I'll just take out the sticker. Now we have everything fitted in a cardboard box. First, we take out the instruction manual. We don't ever use that. And then there's a cable. It's about 3 meters long. Good if you are very far away from your console. And then accessories. We'll talk about these later. And then the star of the event, the controller itself, the Hori Fighting Commander Octa Pro. This one is, the cable is detachable because it has wireless capabilities as well. And that's a good quality of life upgrade. So let's talk about the features of the pad. The controller comes in a nice matte finish and it sports some quality of life features that help you make your gaming experience better if you're a fighting gamer. It also has some accessories that can help improve your experience. It comes with a wireless dongle for wireless connectivity and then 2 extra D-pad heads. I prefer the Plus D-pad because it gives me better inputs for the game that I play. Then we have the 8-gate joystick. Some people feel comfortable using this for their gameplay, and it has a right joystick for movement in the lobby. Buttons are clickable like the previous edition, and then it also has very neat shoulder buttons, a bit smaller than the previous edition, but still work. Then there's a transition. You can switch from PS5 to PS4 to PC. And going behind, you have the switch from wireless to wired, so depending on what your preference is. And then 2 easily accessible back buttons, which help you can map. There's also an inclusion of a clip for the USB-C port. So the clip helps to hold the cable in place to avoid any kind of unexpected disruptions, which is good. It's a good quality of life change. So basically, it has a nice form factor, a nice ergonomic feel. It's not particularly larger than the previous version, but let's take a look at the comparison between it and other pads. So looking at it compared to the DualSense, it has a larger face, and even compared to the previous Hori, it has a larger front face than previous edition. So you're also going to want to know how to program your controller. There are 3 profiles that you can program. There's a PS5 profile, the PS4, and then you have the PC profile. Each of the profiles have similar approaches to programming them. So once you get one, you get the others. But before you start programming, you'll need to update the software, and that's pretty straightforward. So you can name your profiles. There are about 4 profiles that you can program. You can name your profiles and save it. I named mine Street Fighter because that's my main game. And then you can map your buttons. Easy to map, just click and choose the button you want. I've mapped mine. And then you can test the D-pad settings. This is important. I would suggest, this is just my own personal preference, but you can use it, reducing the diagonals by 1 bar. And then a lot of people talk about consecutive inputs, concurrent inputs. So you can select that first option to remove simultaneous inputs in the D-pad because it's there because of the absence of the pivot in the controller. But that is a workaround that Hori has got into the game. So let's test it out. Test out the controller now in game. So today I'm playing my buddy in a custom room. I'm using Ryu. So it's a pretty simple game. One thing I've noticed about the pad is that it doesn't have much getting used to. You can easily adapt to the D-pad. Now, one thing about fighting games if you use a lot of fighting game controllers, the first thing you have to do is to see how you can adapt to the kind of D-pad that you're using. And perhaps because of my experience as a fighting gamer, I've learned to work with different D-pads. But I noticed that some D-pads have a longer period of getting used to than the other. Sometimes you have to know, okay, what works and in what ways can I use this pad. But I think the Hori is quite easy to adapt to. The D-pad is quite easy to adapt to, so I didn't have much of a problem in this game. Although you can also chalk that up to the fact that I also made use of the previous edition of the controller, and both D-pads are quite similar. However, inputs were smooth. There were no dropped combos within this game, even though I'm not much of a combo executioner, but it was a straightforward game. You can see that I was able to although I'm not that good of a fighter, but at least I was able to take this game. So that's that about that. It's quite an effective controller. So what's the verdict? I'd say that the Hori Fighting Commander, I've heard a lot of reviews where people talk about the D-pad, challenges with the D-pad, ergonomics. I think it's quite an ergonomic pad. If you're a fighting gamer, holding it and placing your hand placement on the buttons shouldn't be a problem. It's easy even if you want to use the claw grip. I think the larger face helps for those that want to use the claw grip. I don't use the claw grip, I use the pad grip. And I think for me it works well for me. So if you're looking to get this pad, if you're on the fence, I'd say go for it. In terms of durability, in terms of accuracy of your inputs, I think it works well. It has a workaround for the pivot. So if you're worried about the controller not having a pivot, the fix within the software does a pretty good job. So you don't have to worry too much about that. So that's my take. So if you stay till the end of the video, thank you very much. If you found this interesting, you can drop a like, drop a comment if there's something that you don't agree with me on. If there's something that you've experienced using the pad and you feel that I may have got it wrong, just drop a comment. Let's discuss it in the comment section. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.